put together some lists. And these lists all have something in common, which will be obvious as I continue with this video. The first idea on this list, I must give credit to Thomas Sowell for noticing it. Extremely wise man. Everyone should read all of his writings. Here's a list of every time an advocate for supply-side economics explained it as trickle-down. In other words, people who advocate for low taxes for everybody, who said, if we let the rich people keep their money, it'll trickle down to the poor. And here's the list. It's never been said. Never been said. It's just, well, one of many liberal lies and distortions. Actual reason for people advocating for that is a good economy helps everyone. And the rich people, they earned their money. And at least most of them. The rich people earned their money, and it's their money that they own, that they have the right to. That's why people are for low taxes for everyone, the people who are for that, and against a 90% income tax rate for those making over whatever the amount is. List number 2. Criminals who change their mind because they thought the victim of their crime was weaker than expected. You want crime rates to be low? We should do what they're doing in the states where it's low. Right to carry. Criminals, they don't want to. They're not ready to die. He who is prepared shall not fear. And a murderer or robber are not prepared to die. Here's a list of all the times that somebody thought they were going to. So criminals who change their mind because their victim of their crime was weaker than expected. They thought they were going to be kicking down the door of somebody with machine guns, and there were no guns or something like that. They thought they were going to rape someone with a gun that could shoot them, and gave up on the idea when they found out the person was weak. Yeah, blank, because it doesn't happen. The best way to deter crime is make it possible for the potential victims to be able to shoot back. And mass murders, attempted successful mass murders of armed groups. There have been successful mass murders at schools when there was nobody there with a gun, and attempted mass murders at schools that were not mass murders because somebody shot back. But whenever there's been a mass murder, there weren't people that could shoot back. So if you really care about making kids safe at school, you'll want somebody at that school able to shoot back. If you really want to watch a movie theater without worries about somebody breaking in and mass murdering, you want to go to a theater that does not have a no gun sign on the door. That one movie shooting in Colorado happened after the murderer drove past. The murderer was still alive when he was caught at the scene. Should have already been executed. I don't see how there's anything that could be disputed there. But he drove past several theaters that did not have a no gun sign on the door. And this one took a long time to write. Actual attempts, proposed laws by conservatives to ban birth control. Yeah, it doesn't happen. There are a few blowhards who talk it up, a few, but there's never been a real serious attempt to ban birth control. And there shouldn't be. It's not an abortion, it's their own body, it's not somebody else's body. Once somebody gets pregnant, then it's somebody else's body that's inside of them. At least that's what the science says. Now if you're anti-science, you could call a completely different set of DNA inside of a woman's body her body, but that's anti-science. And the last of the list for today, here are all of the many evidences of conservative racism. An infinite number of zeros with no other digits. Yep. And to the contrary, there's proof that conservatives aren't racist. Conservatives are the ones that expect blacks to be able to behave themselves, want blacks to be treated like human beings. Whereas liberals are the ones that want quotas. Oh, our current evil dictator in America is bullying school districts into promising to not punish black students more than white. That's racist to expect them to not treat the person based on what they do. It's racist to look at the skin color. It's not racist to say, this person did this action, gets suspended, gets kicked out. And conservatives, we love reading Thomas Sowell articles, voting for Alan West, reading Walter Williams articles, voting for J.C. Watts, voting for Tim Scott, and I could keep going for a long time listing people who are read and voted for by conservatives who don't look like us, or however liars phrase it when they make the false accusation. Have a good day.